Good afternoon and welcome to Eurosport's live and exclusive coverage of the final of the 2017 German Masters. And it's from here in just over 10 minutes that both Ali Carter and Anthony Hamilton will make their walk to the main table for the final. But it's more than just a simple stroll. For Ali Carter, he won here in 2013 and then battled serious illness and won, and he's back to where he belongs at the top of the sport. For Anthony Hamilton, this walk has been 15 years in the making. That's the last time he reached a ranking final, and at 45 years of age, could he walk out there and finally win it? As they say, the stage is set. Welcome to the Temperdome, home to snookerloopy German fans who offer up the best of order and just fantastic support every February. It's the final, and today when those players make that walk, these fans will be all too aware of the stories that have got them here. They will be in awe of them, and rightfully so. And watching it all is our Eurosport dream team. Neil Foulds, Ronnie O'Sullivan and Jimmy White. Well, we find ourselves, Jimmy, here again on a final Sunday, and the German Masters has again thrown up a final that very few predicted 5 days ago.
Absolutely, you know, all the big guns went early doors, and now you've got a final with Ali Carter. He's won a tournament this year, and it's Hamilton's first final for 15 years. I just hope Hamilton comes out, plays it like a first-round match, and doesn't think about not winning a ranking tournament.
Neil, you've been in every position here, the commentary box, around this table, in the studio, sitting in the crowd. I kind of think from a selfish point of view, we want this to go all the way to side and frame just so we can spend more time with these people.
Absolutely. I wasn't lucky enough to play here, you know. I played at all the other big venues. This is right up there with, you know, the likes of Goffs, where they now play Legends matches, and the Conference Centre, the Crucible's still going, but this place is still going. And yesterday afternoon especially, what an atmosphere, and it can only get better today.
Ronnie, 10 minutes before the players come out, for any player, what's going through their minds 10 minutes before such a big occasion?
I think you're just all really hyped up. You know, you're probably just trying to calm yourself down. You're just excited. You just want to get out there. You want to play. You've had 5 days of snooker. You're in the final. You know, it's, you know, every player just wants to make a final. So, you know, losing a semi-final is hard. That's the hardest match of the tournament, I believe. So I think they're going to be kind of relaxed, and I think they'll kind of like each other's chances today. I think Hamilton, I think he's got a good chance deep down, and I think Carter will be thinking he's favourite to win his second ranking title of the season.
Carter, I suppose, has to carry the burden or the bonus of being the favourite.
Yeah, I think this is the first time he's been favourite in a ranking tournament. He's played O'Sullivan twice in 2 World Finals, obviously his second favourite there. But I think Carter's such an all-round polished professional. I think he'd handle any situation.
Well, he's certainly done it with aplomb so far. Very different, though, when it comes to Anthony Hamilton. Is it fair to say, Ronnie, that he has to be in control of both the cue ball and his emotions today?
Who, Anthony?
Yeah.
I think if you start cueing well, your emotions just take care of themselves. I think the thing for Anthony is if he starts to struggle and, you know, a bit of pressure on him and he feels like he has to push the boat out a little bit, then, you know, you get a bit frustrated, and you can't afford to do that in the heat of battle, especially in the final of a tournament. And but listen, he's in the final, he's doing a lot of things right, so we can sit here and analyse it till the cows come home. But, you know, he's done a better job than 126 players done in this tournament from the start.
Amen to that. You're bang right. Let's look at the route that got them right here then. Let's start with Ali Carter. He's in the final, played in yesterday's semi-final in the afternoon, knocking out the defending champion Martin Gould. He's played with panache all week. Brilliant against Stephen Maguire, full of bottle against Zhao Jingtong, and a bullion against an in-form Tom Ford in the quarter-final. Here we go then for Carter, one more time. Neil Foulds was told to get Carter, and he did.
Ali, congratulations on another final. The atmosphere during the semi-final against Martin Gould was just something else, but you're used to that because you've won this tournament before.
Yeah, it's awesome. They come out in their droves and they're so supportive, and it's almost every shot that you play, that you pop, you know, whether it's a red over the hole, they're all clapping. It's a great venue, and really, this is a big tournament, but arguably it could be made even bigger because, you know, the fans come out and it's such a great venue, and, you know, it's like a panoramic view for everyone all around the stadium. It's great. You know, it's a special place here, and, you know, it would be great to lift the title.
Do you think it brings out the best in you playing here then, or is that just a cliche? Does it help when the people appreciate what you do so much?
Yeah, I think so. I've always, you know, I don't know, I've won it here, but then my form's been a little bit, you know, iffy. I've sort of done really well, and then I've lost in the first round. I mean, last year I lost to Judd 5-0. I got it all wrong. I got on the flight about 6 o'clock in the morning to get here in the afternoon, and yeah, I went out in the evening and I had matchsticks on my eyes and I got beat 5-0, and I thought I'm never doing that again. No,
you learn from your mistakes, and you know, and snooker players generally are getting a little bit older now, and I think we had this conversation previously, but do you think you're a better player now after all these years than you were when I first saw you, which was, well, 20 years ago, I should think?
Yeah, forever ago. Definitely, I'm a better player now, better hardened match player. You know, I've seen it all, had some good victories and some nasty defeats, like all of us have, and they toughen you up. I'm in a good place at the moment. Everything's good in my life. You know, my health's good, and I'm enjoying it.
What about the final then? Anthony Hamilton, not a name we thought would get there, but he's been brilliant, and there are people, I must say, that would be quite pleased to see him win a title. You're not one of them, the fact that you've got to play him, but he's a good guy and you've got a good record against him. Yeah,
he's a great guy, and it would be great in a way if he wasn't playing me. I'd want to see him win it, obviously, but you know, I'm there to do a job. It'd be great if he could win his first tournament, but hopefully that won't happen if he's playing me.
Not at your expense.
No, exactly.
I know, Jimmy, we talk about young players coming through, wonder kids, but like, this is a final that proves that age is but a number, and Carter, as he says, he's still learning.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, to get on a flight the day you're playing, you know, that's a schoolboy error, and that can never work because, you know, you can be delayed, and I don't care even if it's a 2-hour flight, you're still a bit jet-lagged. But, no, Carter, as I said before, he's a polished professional, all-round match player. And, you know, it's going to be tough for Anthony Hamilton to beat him, but you never know. Anthony Hamilton is capable.
Well, listen, what of the Robin Hood of snooker? Many say the best player to have never won a ranking title. Last night he was 5-1 up against Stuart Bingham. He finally crossed the line, tired and beleaguered, 6-4. But he started the tournament by beating the double world champion Mark Williams 5-3. He took out the world #1 Mark Selby 5-2. And then he clipped the Hawk 5-4, showing the desire of a man half his age. Could today be the day for Hamilton? Neil, yet again, is asking the questions.
Anthony, warm congratulations on your win in the semi-finals. You've been in 2 finals before. The last one was 15 years ago, and probably, I think even you admitted at the time, you certainly should have won that. Getting to the final against Ali Carter, which we'll come to in a second, is that going to be enough? You need to win one now, don't you, and get that final ghost, put it to rest.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the whole picture of my career, then that's true. I need to win one. But right now, believe it or not, I'm happy. Yeah. I was happy in the last 60 years, happy in the quarters. Believe it or not, I mean, I'm taking that all the way through. It's mad. It's mad. It sounds mad, doesn't it? But I'm happy every time I win a match. You know, I can lose to anyone these days, and I sometimes do. So I know that. So every time I win a match against any player, I'm not complacent. I'm like, that's a big win. So to get to a final is great. I'd love to win. But if I don't, I'm not going to, you know, kill myself over it.
Ali Carter stands in your way for that first title. You've had a few matches. I think he's got the better of you in those. Not that that matters in a final here in Berlin. What are your views on his game?
He's a machine, like one of the 5 or 6 best cue actions in the game, in my opinion. Crazy cue power, loads of bottle, big fighter. Obviously, he's been through a lot off the table, which probably enhances his spirit, you know, when he's playing matches. Fantastic player. Like, he's won, what, 3 or 4 himself. He's probably thinking he should have won 6 or 7, 8 or 9. He's that good. So I'm definitely second favourite. But I'm second favourite in every match.
Well, a lot of second favourites have won this week. Listen, you played brilliantly, and good luck in the final.
Cheers, Neil. Thanks, buddy.
So I think we're settled that Carter's the favourite, but the head-to-head really does nothing to change that, Ronnie. We're in a situation here where Anthony's never beaten Ali.
Yeah, but Ali's probably played Hamilton when he had like 10 bad years. When Anthony's first term pro, he was beating a lot of players, and he had 10 years where he went off the radar, and it's only been the last, I don't know, 3 months that he's actually come back to, that we knew he was on the tour.
Yeah.
He's had a semi, quarter, now he's in the final. He's a different animal. Yes. To them 4 previous meetings.
Well, that trophy, Jimmy, that sits on the end of the table that we look at now, we can talk about checks, we can talk about ranking points, but That is it today, isn't it? These two guys would give anything, and it'll be hugely emotional, whoever has their hands on that tonight.
Yeah, it's a big, it's a big story for both of them. Obviously, with Ali Carter's being ill off the table, and looked like, whether he's going to play snooker or not. And then Hamilton, his career's come back to form. They got the semi-final in Belfast, and he's in the final, and he's well and truly on the tour for the next couple of years. So, he should be relaxed. I just hope it's a good final and it's close.
I think it's quite interesting to hear that both of them seem to have a perspective on life. Ali, from having his illnesses, he's just playing for the fun of it and realises that just to be alive is good.
Yeah.
Hamilton's had such a nightmare of a career that, for them 10 years, that now he's just appreciative of beating anybody.
Yeah.
So we've got two players in the final that are just happy to be there, but both fiercely determined to win. But it just shows you a perspective on how you go towards things can help you.
And I don't ever remember this stage, leading on to what Ronnie said, Neil, of fans being so conflicted as to who to support. We're getting loads and loads of tweets coming in. Mike Norman is one of many snooker fans watching, who's just saying, and use the hashtag German Masters to get straight to us. Two fantastic stories. Who do you go for, Neil? That's the big question.
I know. I think whoever wins, we're going to be pleased for them. And I think the runner-up, the good thing is, I don't think they're going to be too desperate about it. Even, in someone like Anthony Hamilton, we've found out he's very philosophical on about everything, and that kind of will help him. He lost a match here to Ali Carter when Carter won in 2013. I should have checked this out, just discussing it with Ronnie. We don't quite know when the last guy, age 45, got to a final. It wasn't Mark King, he wasn't that old. But we kind of have been thinking about one or two. I don't know, maybe Steve Davis, someone like that.
Excellent. Well, listen, the talking is done. In a couple of minutes from now, both players will make the walk that we saw right at the start of the programme to play the first 4 frames of the German Masters 2017. The Tempodrome is ready to write the final chapter of a story that, no matter what the outcome, is going to be a great read. We'll turn the page on the first 4 frames after the break. So pick a winner. First with your head, and then with your heart. It's time for the final of the 2017 German Masters. Here's Ralph.
Ist der Shootingstar dieser Saison in der Weltrangliste in einem halben Jahr von 0 auf Platz 52. Wird heute sein großer Traum wahr, holt heute seinen ersten großen Titel. Der Sheriff of Nottingham, Anthony Hamilton.